My name is Tatum, and today I'm going to be talking about sports injuries and how they affect athletes from long-term, short-term, how severe they can be, how common some injuries are from others, and how severe those injuries are for those players, and how they can affect you and hurt you from long-term to short-term, and vice versa. But the most common injuries are anything from sprains to strains to broken bones to concussions to from fractures, and then bone stress from continuing to run on things. Concussions come from you hitting your head on something hard. It can be coming from like football. You can be tackling somebody and it can be a head-on-head collision, and you can hurt yourself from a concussion. Fractures can come from anything from like somebody hitting your leg and you can break your arm, or somebody hitting your finger and you breaking your finger, or vice versa, anything like that. Bone stress comes from like if I'm constantly running on my foot and I get like a stress fracture in my foot, it'll like a small tear in the bone or whatever, which one or not. But the worst injuries that can happen to a player are anything from like a torn ACL to an Achilles tear to a concussion, like I said, because that can affect you long term with CTE, can mess up your head, and vice versa, from a torn hamstring, from running or not stretching properly, anything like that can happen. And like I said, a lot of these things can affect you long term or short term, because not only if it happens now, it can if it happens now, it can still affect you in the long term. Just because you get it fixed, I mean, it's not going to reoccur, or it's not going to hurt your body still when you're older and stuff like that. The recovery length for some of them are longer. Like I said, like ACL tear, it can really, or like Achilles tear, those can take up to 6 to 12 months. So if it happens to you, you can be out for a whole year. A fracture can be, if it's a small fracture and you hurt like your finger or whatnot, it can be from like 3 to 4 weeks to like if you break your arm or a leg or anything like that, it can be from 6 months to 3 months. So vice versa, it really depends on how much you really hurt yourself. And fractures from anything from small to big, and the sprains like an ankle sprain or a high ankle sprain, which will be out for weeks, days to weeks. It really depends on how severe the ankle sprain is, or neck sprain, or anything else that it is. Things I also want to talk about are CTE and how that affects you long term. It can cause, when you get a concussion, it can cause confusion. It can really hurt yourself. If you decide to like play on an injury, it can affect you long term, like I said, because it's not going to heal properly. And if you try to get help too late, then it's going to hurt you in the long run. And playing on that injury, like I said, and that's all. Thank you.